Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Hi, welcome back. So today I want to teach you chemistry and today's topic is redox. So without further ado, let's try. Okay, this chapter is a little bit tough, so try to look at it carefully. So anything that you don't understand, you just can message me or put in the chat room. Okay? So first of all, so the title of the topic is redox. So how the redox term come out? So the first one, red. Okay, red actually stand for reduction. Okay, ox stand for oxidation. So every time we use the word redox, it's actually indicate it's a reaction that undergoes reduction and oxidation. But we have another keyword that happens simultaneously. Happen simultaneously. So first question, define redox. Redox is a chemical reaction that undergoes oxidation and reduction that happens simultaneously. So if you don't use the word simultaneously, or you can call it at the same time, so you will get it wrong. So as easy as that. So redox, chemical reaction that undergoes reduction and oxidation that happens at the same time or simultaneously. But I know now the definition, but how I know that reaction is oxidation or reduction. So we will be given four methods. So we will be given four methods to identify it. Okay, so the first method, okay, I just put column here first. Okay, so the first one is the ox. Ox means oxidation. Red means reduction. So we have four methods, right? So the first method is based on the oxygen. So you look at the oxygen, whereby when the oxygen increases, or I just use a symbol here, increases, meaning it undergoes oxidation. So reduction, when the oxygen decreases, okay, or reduce, so meaning it undergoes reduction. Example, I repeat, when the oxygen increases, meaning it is called oxidation. When the oxygen decreases, meaning we call it reduction. So teacher, theoretically I understand it. So let's write one example of equation. So I give you one example. Okay. So Mg react with oxygen. So it will produce magnesium oxide. So first of all, remember, you should remember this part in form 4, whereby you need to write the chemical equation and make sure you have to balance it. Every time you want to balance the chemical equation, make sure you only change the coefficient, the number in front of the formula. Did not change anything in the middle or anything at the end of the formula itself. So before of this one, we call it as a reactant. And after of the arrow, we call it product. And remember, okay, the number of reactants and product must always be the same. So I repeat, the total number of reactant must equal the total number of product. Example, oh teacher, Mg here got 1, Mg here also 1. So it is balanced. Oxygen here is 2. Oxygen, this one is only 1. So therefore, I need to put 2 to make sure it is balanced. But again, I cannot put the 2 here. I cannot put the 2 here. So therefore, I put the 2 in front. But bear in mind, when you put the 2 in front, so the 2 is not only for oxygen, but it's also applicable for magnesium. So therefore, you have 2 magnesium and 2 oxygen. So try to look and count it back. So magnesium 1, magnesium now become 2. So therefore, I add 2 here. So I double check 2 mg, 2 mg. O has 2, O 1, but 1 times 2 equal to 2. So therefore, it's a balanced chemical equation. Assuming you understand this one, I will erase the bottom part, okay, because we want to do the clarification of the redox. Okay, once you understand that one, so let's continue with our step. Then, okay, we have to match the reactant and product again. So magnesium here, the matching would be the magnesium oxide here. Why, teacher, we have to match it like that? Because this one involves magnesium and this one also involves magnesium. So second one, oxygen. Okay, the matching also here. Why? Again, because this one is oxygen, this one also involves oxygen. Now you have to compare the before and the after. So you see here, the first one, what you want to compare? The oxygen. Increases or decreases? So look at this. Magnesium. Oh, no oxygen here. But then here, got oxygen. So what does it mean? The oxygen increases, right? Again, teacher. Magnesium without oxygen. Magnesium with oxygen. So therefore, the oxygen increases. So when the oxygen increases, take a look back. When the oxygen increases, so we call it oxidation. So I write here oxidation. That's it. Okay, another pair. Oxygen. We have 2 oxygen here, but it become oxygen 1. Teacher, got the 2 balance. When you compare for the redox, we only compare the formula itself. We don't look at the coefficient, the number in front. So oxygen 2, then the oxygen 1. So therefore, the oxygen decreases. So oxygen decreases. So just take a look again on our notes. When the oxygen decreases, I call it as a reduction. So this one, I just write on top, reduction. So now, this experiment is a reaction between magnesium and oxygen to produce magnesium oxide. This experiment undergoes oxidation and reduction that happens at the same time. So this is an example of a redox reaction. So we fulfill our first explanation of the example, whereby redox is a chemical reaction that involves oxidation and reduction that happens at the same time. Okay. Hopefully, you able to understand it, okay? I put a few terms, new terms for you to remember. Okay, even though you understand the concept, but we have a few additional terms that you have to know. Okay, listen to me. This magnesium is the one that undergoes oxidation. They must have one particular friend, example, the one that support him to undergo the process. So that particular friend, we call it as a agent, is an agent. So magnesium undergoes oxidation. So the particular friend for magnesium is oxygen gas. So oxygen gas act as the oxidizing agent. So I repeat, this one undergoes oxidation, another reactant become the oxidizing agent. So another example, oxygen gas undergoes reduction. So the other friend will act as the reducing agent. So make sure you have this additional term. So when you write in the exam, you write in a proper chemical sentences, whereby this diagram itself and the chemical explanation normally can give you up to 10 marks. Example, one set now. Okay, let us use this one for the explanation. Magnesium atom undergoes oxidation to become magnesium oxide. It is because the oxygen number increases. Therefore, oxygen molecule act as the oxidizing agent. Second one, oxygen gas will be reduced to magnesium oxide because of the decreases of the oxygen. Therefore, magnesium atom act as the reducing agent. This reaction is called redox reaction because it involves oxidation and reduction that happens at the same time. Okay, so any problem, students? So we finish our first method, whereby the second method and the rest almost the same, but I hope that you have to master the first basic thing before we proceed to the next one. Okay, I hope you understand, guys. Any problem, just let me know. Okay, see you again. Thank you. Bye bye and assalamualaikum.